Good morning. Today on Spotlight, we turn our attention to the fine arts and the fight for civil liberties. Up first, a gripping opera about a tragic and redemptive true American story. Why is the acclaimed Central Park 5 grabbing attention at our Detroit Opera House? We'll ask the great pianist, scholar, and Pulitzer Prize-winning composer Anthony Davis. And later on our Sunday morning program, Detroit attorney Nabir Ayad, founder and chairman of the Arab American Civil Rights League, better known as ACRL, updates us on his organization's fight for justice and civil liberties. It's Sunday, May the 11th. I'm Chuck Stokes, and this is Spotlight. Mr. Davis, welcome back to Detroit and welcome to Spotlight. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you. Well, to be here.
It's our pleasure. Your reputation precedes you. Great pianist, Pulitzer Prize winning composer, productions galore, scholar, professor at some of the most esteemed higher education institutions in America. And you're no stranger to Detroit.
Oh, no.
But you're back. You're back this time with the Central Park 5 Opera. Why is it important to you and the production team to bring that acclaimed opera to Detroit, which premiered back in 2019, I believe, out in Long Beach?
I was very excited to reorchestrate the opera, to bring it to life with orchestra. So now I feel it's really fully realized, with the orchestra and the singers, and so it's very exciting to me to hear for the first time the fully orchestrated version of the opera, and I'm very excited to do it now. Also, in our political situation we're in, I think it's the moment to look back at the Central Park 5, and Donald Trump's relationship to the 5 and what transpired in 1989 that really set the stage for what we're seeing today.
Yeah, and of course everybody knows the story unless you've been Rip Van Winkle or under a rock somewhere for the last several years. But in a nutshell, 5 African-American Latino teenagers wrongly convicted of a horrible crime.
Horrible crime, yes.
Spent time incarcerated in jail. Eventually, fast forward, the person that actually did the crime confessed to the crime. They were all exonerated, and they've all moved on in different respects with their life. This opera, from what I understand, is high energy. The music, of course, is Pulitzer Prize winning, and so you've gotten great acclaim for that. But it's not all doom and gloom. There's redemption in it as well.
Yes, certainly. I think when their vindication, when they're finally exonerated and they finally come home. I mean, they say they have a theme called "Harlem is my home." And I think it's a kind of cathartic experience going through all this. Going through the experience of being falsely accused and then convicted, et cetera, and then to come out the other end and not be broken.
What do you hope the audience gets out of this? And as you alluded to it earlier, in the backdrop of all that's going on politically in America right now and in great change in America.
Well, I think what they can take away is the perseverance of the 5 and the resilience, the ability, the fact that it's also a story of hope, and the idea that eventually they were exonerated. I mean, it does come at a cost. I mean, when you hear Corey's aria, for example, in Act 3, Corey says that they stole from me, they stole his life. They stole 13 years from his life. So you think about the human cost of what they had to endure, and then then we can think about today. Think about people who are deported without a due process, et cetera. So I mean, I think it resonates in that story because there are a lot of parallels to how what Trump's leaped to certain conclusions with the 5, and then what he's doing today.
What is it about opera that you feel as a composer is perhaps the best genre for trying to tell this type of really contemporary story, not something that happened 200, 300 years ago, 100 years ago, but something very much in our lifespan.
I wanted to bring our music to opera. I wanted to make opera a truly an American form, not just some shadow or pale imitation of European art form, and a European art form, but a truly American form that is built on American culture, American musical traditions. So it's of course jazz and in this case, like I was thinking of, how guys on the street who sing together, when they, when you see here Take Six or
Right.
Boys to Men, et cetera, so that those ideas and that they're not divorced from opera. They're part. Opera is a living, breathing thing. It speaks to today, and it also should reflect the music of today.
All right, we need to take a quick little break. We're going to pick up on that when we come back, and I want to talk about some of the other productions that you've done and how you seem to have a way of making the things that you touch fit into a historical perspective. We'll be right back with Anthony Davis. Stay with us. And welcome back to Spotlight, talking to Anthony Davis. He is oftentimes referred to as the Dean of African American opera composers. You were here before, a few years back, with X, the story of Malcolm X, which received a lot of great reviews. You've Amistad, Wakanda's Dream. What is it about you and the things that you do that seem to touch on African American life or events and Native Americans in trying to bring those into relevance to make it meaningful to the audience today?
Well, I've always was interested in history. History is I've been fascinated with it as a kid. I mean, I read every history book I could find, and I found a way of bringing my interest in music together with my interest in history. And the fact that history is what makes us, what makes us who we are, why we are where we are. And especially today when we look at the efforts, in the present administration to kind of erase history, to say, okay, well, we're not going to talk about those aspects of our history that are uncomfortable for us, but I think it's important to me to illuminate, to shed light on, shine light on the story of America and the story of our people, and all the complexity of it. America began with slavery. Slavery was part of of who we were. That's what makes when we look at our past, that some of our values were compromised from the beginning, but that's something we struggled to overcome. We're still struggling to overcome.
What's the most challenging part about being a musical composer for these type of productions and then having to work with great directors and actors and all that, and then sit back and watch them take what you put down on paper and bring it to life? What's the challenging part or the scary part?
Well, it can be scary, but it's really exciting because, opera is a collaborative art. You work with other people, and that's one of the reasons I do it, because if sometimes when you're composing instrumental music, sometimes you're just alone in your room and you're writing music, and it's very, very isolating. But in opera, you have a librettist to talk to. You have a director to talk to. Sometimes you have a choreographer you're working with. So the feeling that you're part of a community, you're part of a group of people trying to achieve a goal. I find that really exhilarating.
As you talk to your students today, because you are a professor, along with all your other titles, and you teach at the University of California, San Diego, what is it you're trying to instill in your students?
Well, I think I wanted them to be, one of it is courage. One of it is to say, okay, believe in yourself and believe in your abilities and pursue your goals. Don't compromise on that. Don't sell yourself short. And I also, to realize, that what they're doing has worth, has meaning, you know, and I think that's the exciting part, to see them kind of realize their own vision, especially, you know, working with composers, as I've worked with composers, and you know, and to realize their own talent and the uniqueness of it, that they don't have to model themselves after someone else, that they can also have their own path and find their own way, and that's to me the most exciting part.
This may not be a fair question, but of the productions that you've done, do you have a favorite?
No, it's like children. You don't do that. So I don't try to pick a favorite. You know, I think I'm also always excited about the next thing. You know, whatever I'm going to do next. What's next? What can I do next?
Well, I hear that one thing that may be next is something called Poncho Rabbit. Talk about that, and that's coming in 2026?
2026. It's called Poncho Rabbit and the Coyote, and it's based on a children's book, and it's about the border, a border between Mexico and the United States, and Poncho Rabbit, it's all animal characters. So in a way, it's kind of a little bit like Animal Farm, or in opera, there's Cunning Little Vixen and Janacek opera. So I think about, so Poncho's a young rabbit, and his father's a migrant worker in California, and his father doesn't come home for several months. So Poncho, who's, you know, a young teenager, decides to go to California from Mexico to find his father, and he engages the coyote who kind of helps him, in quotes, get across the border. You know, so they jump on a train, they go across a river, they see a wall, you know, and I have an orange snapping turtle who's building a wall. So
Sounds exciting. All right.
Sounds exciting. It's fun.
Do you know where it's going to premiere yet?
Yeah, it's going to premiere in San Diego and in Tijuana in Mexico. So I'm very excited to do, and a lot of it's in Spanish.
Absolutely. All right, we'll go right back to the beginning. The Central Park 5 opened just yesterday. Also, you have 2 more runs, I believe, on the 16th and the 18th at the Detroit Opera House. Check it out. You'll see a great theatrical production and, of course, a Pulitzer Prize winning composer of music. So thank you. Mr. Davis, thank you so much for coming in. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
And coming up, Detroit attorney Nabir Ayad, leader of the ACRL. We'll be right back. If I said to you, in a nutshell, what's the role of the Arab American Civil Rights League, what would you say?
I'll say on the top of the podium is to protect you, to protect the Arab American community, to protect
our civil liberties.
Protect our civil liberties, protect our Constitution, protect our Bill of Rights, and to make sure that this community is educated, informed, and protected, and know how to work the playing field that's out there, especially in these challenging times, Chuck.
Is the job getting easier or harder?
I would have to say it's getting a little bit harder under this administration. When you're attacking First Amendment rights, when you're locking people up for First Amendment rights, when you're deporting or imprisoning green card holders, and talking about possibility of deporting United States citizens, that's very challenging, and that thing is a bigger challenge. So we're heavily relying on our judicial system, under our 3 branches of government, to make sure that that end is protected to a certain degree. So we see challenges every day, Chuck.
Do you see a real battle between, as you said, the politics and the legal system? Because the administration will say, we're doing what I got elected to do. I told you on the campaign trail what I was going to do. I'm carrying out the things that you, the voters, say you want, or at least the majority that elected President Trump into office. So that's always a good political defense. Where the rubber meets the road is trying to execute those type of things, and whether or not you can do it in a legal and constitutional way. And I assume that's where you're seeing the pushback.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for President Trump, I mean, listen, it's a win-win situation for him, right? If he gets accomplished under his executive orders what he wants to do, he says, I've done what I promised. If he doesn't, because the judiciary stops him when he knows damn well those are unconstitutional, like trying to deport United States citizens, He could say, well, I tried, and it's the judiciary that stopped me.
And you you blame everybody
you blame everybody else
for getting in the way of doing what I wanted to do and what you
Absolutely.
said you wanted me to do.
Absolutely. And, you know, again, just because people want you to do certain things doesn't mean that it's correct to do certain things or constitutionally right to do certain things. I mean, we look back in the history of whether it be, you know, the African-American civil rights movement and others, it doesn't mean that it is right for you to do certain conduct when just because the masses want you to do certain things. We have to still uphold the supreme law of the land, and that is our U.S. Constitution that we hold so dearly. I think all of us, especially in the immigrant community, Chuck, came to this country, and what this country resembles, and you know, from the Statue of Liberty and on, is that, you know, we take your individuals, we take them with freedom of speech, the First Amendment, our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and those that we hold so dearly. Otherwise, we become just like every other nation around the world, and that's not what attracted the immigrants in this country. Why people came to the United States? They came for freedom.
You operate within the legal system. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. How confident are you that the legal system will be able to withstand all of these challenges?
I'm confident. I think even though there are a lot of Court of Appeals judges that have been appointed, and Supreme Court judges that have been appointed by the Trump administration, I think they realize that the significance, that the major impact is that they must uphold the judiciary system. That's the end checks and balances that are available to our United States government, to our democratic way of system. And they know that even they may agree with Trump, they may like what Trump is doing, but they realize the significant dangers that are in place if they don't uphold the Constitution and let this administration basically ramble all over our constitutional rights. Regardless if you're Republican, Democrat, although the judiciary is supposed to be, non-political, they realize the significance of upholding the supreme law of the land, and that is our Constitution. And if you don't do that and you allow certain things to slide through, it's a very dangerous slippery slope that we're going through, Chuck. And that's very dangerous to everybody, not just to Arab Americans, African Americans, Asian Americans, Hispanic Americans, all Americans. Because like you said, the next administration may come back and hit at the Republicans or the conservative right.
All right, we need to get a quick break in there. We'll come right back with Attorney Ayad right after this. If you look at the website, the Lebanon crisis and the Gaza Project as well.
Yes.
Quick updates.
Yeah. Well, you know, the Gaza Project, we're proud to say we've filed in 22 different federal states. The ACRL has provided basically the clients and the funding basically to file in 22 different states across the country. We've had 70 volunteer attorneys, Chuck, from every background that you can think of, Asian, Arab, Hispanic, African American, Jewish, what have you, and that stood up and rose to the call and took on these cases pro bono. And we helped 70 families get out of Gaza, get out of the hellhole of Gaza over the last year or so. We've also worked with many different agencies and governmental entities to educate on how we could basically be a voice or help to provide those services to some entities or government bodies that are not familiar with the projects. But that project is still ongoing. We're still working with helping individuals to get back get out of Gaza. We're helping on different levels as well, Chuck, to assure that these families can possibly be reunited. The issue with Lebanon is, as you know, we brought a federal lawsuit for the evacuation process for Lebanon to put more focus and attention on our government to make sure that they do the right thing and help evacuate their United States citizens. Obviously, there's only so much that we could do. We're limited to United States citizens, green card holders that be evacuated, and I think that went fairly smoothly, in Lebanon. Of course, there's other challenges now with their neighbors in Israel that have been bombing and what have you in southern Lebanon and Beirut.
Quick question. In a weird twist of fate, when organizations like yours, NAACP, ACLU, other organizations, when they face these very controversial and very challenging times in which the core reason that they were founded is perhaps under attack, does your fundraising go up? Because I've oftentimes heard that that's when people say, that's when I really need that organization the most, or that's when I really need to give to make sure that they're here to fight, even though it's a big challenge on you. Like you said, you got to hire multiple attorneys and all kind of other stuff.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, the fundraising goes slightly.
Sometimes there's a good side.
Yeah, there's the good side, and the bad side of that, Chuck, is that we get also death threats. All right,
Okay.
yeah, like, we get them all the time. Yeah, we get the good that people believe in what we're doing and say thank you for upholding our constitution. We get donations from around the country, Chuck, from California, Utah, whatever, and they say, thank you for doing your service. And it's not necessarily Arab Americans or Muslim Americans. It's your average, Caucasian white individual. But we also get, of course, the death threats. We get the calls. My secretary said to me, I can't take any more of these calls. I've gotten calls that go back to your home country. You don't like this, get out of here, this and that, and those kind of type of calls where it's part of the arena that we're in. We get those. So yeah, there's those positive and there's negatives as well.
And of course, you can never have too much fun there. I've never heard anybody say we got too much coming through the door.
Right.
Very quickly, all we have time for, remind people that you have your 13th annual Fight for Justice Gala coming up at the Ford Community and Performing Arts Center in Dearborn, May 29th?
Yes, May 29th. Normally it would have been the 15th, but because of COVID, we didn't have it for a couple of years. But yeah, we're awarding some wonderful individuals. The keynote speakers is Jamal Bowman, as well as Cori Bush. Cori Bush from the Missouri, as well as Jamal Bowman from the New York District, the United States Congressperson, Congresswoman. Individuals that basically stood up for what was right, and it caused them to lose their political career in that sense.
People can still, if they're interested in going, they can go to your website and still get more information.
Absolutely.
All right.
Sir.
Nabir Ayad, thanks
you
so much for coming in.
Thank you,
Always
Chuck.
a pleasure talking with you,
so much,
and good luck at the dinner.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm Chuck Stokes. We'll be back next week with more newsmakers in the spotlight. We hope you have a great week.